Hello, America! This is Dave Galvin. I'm here to give you yet another review. I hope you like the video I made. It's my first attempt just sort of playing around with my drone and playing around with some video editing software that I recently downloaded. Today we're going to talk a little bit about a recent stay we had in Seaside, Oregon called Circle Creek RV Resort. We'll get to that in just a second. We were there for about a week, and we had ourselves a lot of fun. It rained a lot. Oregon, and then who would have thought? We were there for the big Elks conference that was held in Seaside for the year, and I'm an officer at the Elks Lodge here in Oregon City. This year, I'm an officer, so I decided what the heck, I'd go. Took the kids, packed up the everything, and we got in the RV, just took off. It was a lot of fun. So we went to a place called Circle Creek RV Resort. And the reason we went to this location was because all the other RV locations were extremely expensive. And I'll be perfectly honest with you. As I've mentioned in interviews previously, I don't understand why you'd pay the same amount of money to park my Class C 30-foot RV into that I wouldn't stay in a hotel, because I could rather stay in a motel. I got 5 of us crammed in this thing, and it's a lot of fun. We enjoy it, but still, let's pay less than we're paying at a motel. I'm also not a fan of the real fancier ones that charge a lot of money, because they tend to squeeze everything into as small a space as possible. You barely have any room. You have a little spot usually with a picnic table, so they can say you got a picnic table. And right next to the picnic table is usually your neighbor's sewage line coming off as you're sitting there eating or cooking. Someone's literally dumping their sewage, so it doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. I like my neighbors, but I don't like them that much. So we stayed at Circle Creek RV Resort. I always get this name wrong. I always want to call it Cripple Creek, from the song. So we stayed at Circle Creek RV Resort. We stayed there because the prices were reasonable. Now, let's start with the bad. And honestly, the bad isn't really all that bad. First of all, the drainage, and what I mean by drainage is it rained a lot while we were there. And where we were staying, the drainage was horrible. We basically had a lake that we were staying in, so we're walking in a lot of water. It's not like that in every single spot. But it was like that in the spot that we were in, and it was really annoying. The other complaint I have, the bathrooms are a million miles away from where we were staying. I made my reservations a little late. I wish there were some bathrooms a little closer to the back. It was really a drag to walk that far in the middle of the night, because as I've mentioned, the toilet in my RV, not really up to great working order, whichever. And the other thing, which is extremely minor, very minor. Why is it called an RV resort? There's nothing resorty about this place. You have your spot, okay? You got full hookups, and you got a laundry room. That's it. I don't understand what the whole resort thing is. If you have a swimming pool, okay, maybe you can call it a resort. It's other stuff to do. But laundry room does not mean you should call yourself a resort. That's kind of maybe it's a real minimal complaint, but it's goofy nonetheless. So the good things. Let's get to the positive things. The bathrooms were in really nice shape. I always judge a place by its bathrooms because, hey, if you can't clean the bathrooms, then what else is going on around there? The husband and wife team who run the place are the nicest people in the world. Just the nicest people. So I really enjoyed talking with them. It's really close into town. It's literally a mile south of Seaside. You're passing it on Highway 101. It's on your left, going north. It's on your left, and then you go into Seaside from that way. You're 10, 15 minutes away from the nearest grocery store. You got all the shops you want. You've got all the place for dinner. Seaside is one of those places where, unless you're there in the months of summer, everything kind of shuts down around 7 o'clock. And then a lot of the more children amusements, unless, again, you're in the middle of summer, they're not open unless it's Saturday or Sunday, trying to get all those people in from Portland to stay there on the weekend. So I know the kids were having a hard time kind of finding stuff to do because they go to the arcade, and once you do the arcade, you've done the arcade. There's a few other things you can do in town. There's a place with bumper cars and a whirly thing that you can do, and there's you can get a $50 gets you like a 30-minute helicopter ride around the bottom of the ocean. It's actually kind of cool. I wouldn't mind trying that someday. So there's a lot to do in town. I mean, there's really a lot to do for the whole family. One thing I really enjoyed, you probably saw it in the video, there's this wide open field space. Okay, so you've got where the RVs are, and then you've got this wide open field space. Wide open spaces for dry camping. There was nobody there dry camping, so I was able to just grab my daughter, and we went out into that field, and we played around with the drone. And we played with it for, until the battery runs out. It takes about 8 minutes when you're on full video. So the battery kind of runs out, and then you're done playing with it for about an hour. But you have this great open space. Not every place we've stayed at has an open space like that. Being in Oregon, they like to keep the trees around. Being in Oregon, you fly your drone and you're hitting trees. I have literally gotten that thing stuck in a tree before. And I'm thinking, oh God, I guess I just lost my drone, until you kind of monkey with the remote control and it finally falls down. But be that as it may, I really enjoyed our stay at the Circle Creek RV Resort in Seaside, Oregon. I would recommend going there. I plan to go there again. Now that I know the layout of the place, I can probably ask for a spot a little closer to the restroom. You couldn't hear anything from where we were at. We were way in the back, and you couldn't hear anything from the street. So even though cars were going by, you really couldn't hear them. The Nicanicum River, which is just a fancy Native American word meaning bald man camps here, runs right behind it. So we were right on the Nicanicum River. If we had a permit, we could have fished. So it's kind of neat. And that river runs into the ocean at some point. So it's a fun place. It's an enjoyable place. Again, my complaints really weren't too complainy. Pretty minor, all things considering. I give the place 4.5 out of 5 stars. And I am very, very, very happy to do that. We don't currently have anything on the plate right now as to where we're going to camp next. While we were in Seaside, our roof leaked. So I got to get the roof taken care of. And after hearing that's going to cost around $1,000 to $2,000 for someone to do it, guess who's going to do his roof? So, it's an RV. It's not one thing, it's another. So we don't have anything on the agenda right now. In the beginning of June 2018, my daughter and I are going to go to Nevada. We'll be staying in a place called State Line, Nevada. I'm not going to have any footage of that place because it's Nevada, and chances are you're not going to have much room in a parking lot to fly a drone around. But I'll be able to tell you where we'll be staying and what our experiences will be like and all that. It won't be anything too terribly exciting, but at least it'll be an update. So while I'm remembering it, please hit the subscribe button at the very top. Please hit that subscribe button. It'll personally do me a big favor. Just hit that subscribe button. It'll make me happy. And other than that, we're good to go. I hope you're having a good day. I hope you're enjoying the weather's getting nice outside. I hope you're enjoying some good RVing, some good camping, just some good time out in the sun. Until we see again, I will see you later.